I've made tons of mistakes in running a law firm. And so rather than trying to act like a pompous idiot, I just try to give everything away and say, look, here's the mistakes I made. Here's the good stuff. Maybe the 2% of stuff that I'm doing that's really working, like a monthly print newsletter, speaking engagements, the books, what that does is it, like in June, I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers for the Tennessee trial lawyers in Nashville at their annual convention. And I don't know the people who invited me, but they read my book, The System and the Law Firm of Your Dreams, and they said, can you speak at our thing? And that's what this book does. It gives you celebrity status that other lawyers don't have.
Welcome back to another episode of the Law Firm Success Story. Now, today I'm excited because we have a guest coming on that when you look them up on Google, you can see that they have 1,000 5-star reviews, which means there is something that they are doing right to not only practice law, but to take care of their clients in a very amazing way. So I am looking forward to bringing this guest on. So we'll welcome in John Fisher. Welcome to the show, John. How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm doing great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, John, I've looked you up online and I've seen the great malpractice work that you do. But for people who aren't familiar with your firm, can you tell us a little bit about your firm?
We started 12 years ago. And one of the things that we did was, and this is, I think, an important point, is knowing what you want. So you have to ask for what you want. Because if you see billboards out there and every billboard states, in a wreck, get a check, catchy phrase, but that basically means you're going to get every case under the moon and very low quality, high volume cases. So that's what they're asking for in their messaging. And our messaging is we only handle catastrophic and death cases. That's the message that we've sent from day one. So it's been good and bad. So the good part of it is we limit our practice to catastrophic personal medical malpractice and personal injury for the last 12 years. The bad part of this is we also positioned ourselves as a medical malpractice firm. And so we stopped getting the catastrophic train wrecks, truck wrecks, stuff like that we would love to have. So the messaging over the course of time, we've tried to change it in the last year to let our referral partners know that we do everything. We do train wrecks, truck wrecks, other things. But the most important thing that I've learned is, like, for lawyers out there, if you don't have a penny to build a firm and you're just starting out, what I would say is leverage all of the potential referral partners you have. So if you went to law school and let's say 50 people from law school, those people are potential referral partners. And all you have to do is one thing, and that's invite the people that you know who can refer you cases to lunch once a week. And I hire a virtual assistant from Singapore or Philippines or wherever, and have them schedule your lunches. Give them a list of the people you want to have lunch with, and then schedule. Your virtual assistant will confirm your appointments, and you have lunch. When you break bread with another attorney or a doctor or chiropractor, but for me, it's lawyers, you're building the relationship. And virtually every time I go to have lunch with another attorney, they refer a couple of cases to me, but it builds the relationship. I get to know them. Then our virtual assistant will send a customized gift. I'll type to our executive assistant, I'll say, this person was a swimmer, a varsity swimmer on the Colgate diving team. Send them a gift. So we'll send them a sweatshirt and a hat, a Colgate diving team. And so it's a customized gift. It's not a mug with our firm's logo on it, which is not bad, but it's better than nothing. But the more that you can customize gifts to your referral partners, that's important. And the thing that I've learned in my firm is that the number one source of catastrophic injury cases is other lawyers. And it's always going to be that way. But other lawyers and law firms don't have a documented system for acquiring and nurturing lawyer referrals. And to me, that's crazy. Because if you're not doing that, it's just random chance marketing. That business is coming to you just by chance. And other lawyers will say, I just do good legal work. So does everyone else. You're not differentiating yourself in the legal community. But what you can do, because I'm no different than that, what I can do is build the relationship, have lunch with them, have a party, have a March Madness party at a local pub, do anything and invite all the lawyers you want. If you were starting a law firm right now and say, what should I do? I don't know. I'd say have a party, invite everybody that you know. and have some cocktails, have some light food. Then everyone will know what you're doing and you're building that relationship. So we do other things, like I have books about law firm marketing and management, which I'm happy to give anyone listening or watching this podcast. It's called The Power of a System and The Law Firm of Your Dreams, my two books. And I spent about 4 years writing each book. They're jam-packed with my best marketing and management book. If anyone calls me or emails me, cell number, I'll happy to send them free copies. My cell is 518-265-9131. My personal email is jfisher, Fisher, lawyer@gmail.com. You send me a request, it will go out usually the same day, a signed copy. So that's what I've really done, is I've tried to help other lawyers. Rather than taking from them, I try to give them my advice and the mistakes that I've made. I've made tons of mistakes in running a law firm. And so rather than trying to act like a pompous idiot, I just try to give everything away and say, look, here's the mistakes I made. Here's the good stuff. Maybe the 2% of stuff that I'm doing that's really working, like a monthly print newsletter, speaking engagements, the books. What that does is it, like in June, I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers for the Tennessee trial lawyers in Nashville at their annual convention. And I don't know the people who invited me, but they read my book, The Power of a System and The Law Firm of Your Dreams. And they said, can you speak at our thing? And that's what this book does. It gives you celebrity status that other lawyers don't have. So if you write a book and you say, okay, what am I going to write about? What are you passionate about? And so if you're passionate about, let's see, a DUI defense, criminal defense, write the authoritative book about DUI defense in your state. And then if you give away all of your secrets, the other lawyers will start referring you work and you can double the rate that you charge. So it gives you celebrity status. I've spoken all across the country because of my book. And it's something that every seminar I go to, marketing event I go to, it's just another opportunity to build relationships. So I don't get paid for this, but I do go and I just share everything I do. I bring my books, I give them away, I sign them. And people see me in the back of the convention hall, signing my books, giving them away, talking to people, adding people to our monthly print newsletter that goes out for the last 15 years we've been doing it. And so these are the types of things that we do to build lawyer referral relationships, but I don't really see many other lawyers doing it. So it's unique. Rather than just slapping a billboard, and I'm not being critical of billboards, we have a unique view because those lawyers that have the billboards and are spending a fortune of money for them, they're referring their catastrophic and medical malpractice cases back to us. So we're benefiting from their massive spending on marketing, and we're not really doing any of the mass spending. So we have a tight marketing budget. We're a small firm. We handle catastrophic injury cases. We currently have 31 active cases. We have 672 referral partners, and that's lawyers who refer us work and judges. We have 1,000 Google reviews, and I can share how we got that. We have 14 reviews in our new office in the Bronx, New York. And we have, until recently, we had about 12 trials confirmed for the next 12 months, which is good. I had the biggest settlement of my career about a week ago, which was $10,750,000. Yeah. So it was awesome. Our area is a primary focus is medical malpractice, but our niche within that niche is birth injury and psychiatric malpractice or suicide prevention. And I'm very passionate about it. And the culture of our firm really is that to work here and to have success at our firm, you need to be passionate about the rights of the disabled. Because if you're not, or if you're not sure, you're not going to work out here, because then it's just a paycheck. You need to be passionate about this. And so throughout our office, we have 5 core values in the lobby, the conference room. It's on our business cards, because core values are the defining belief system that we have, and everyone needs to live by these. So one thing I can share is one of our core values is transparency, that we never agree to confidential settlements. We never have. And for 25 years, the defense has been asking me, and every other firm agrees to confidential settlements. We don't. We never have. And they ask, why not? Because we're here not just to put money in someone's pocket. We're here to improve the quality of medical care for other patients in the future. And if we agree to a confidential settlement, we're not accomplishing that because everything is sealed tight. It's never been a problem. I tell this to lawyers all the time. And the interesting thing is that clients are attracted to our law firm because of our core values. They say, we
Mhm.
really appreciate that you are a value-driven law firm, and these values mean something to you. And everyone else there, it seems like they're just about money and getting the big cases. No, if I was doing this just for money, I would have quit a long time ago, because it's really hard what we do. The last trial we had, which was about a month ago, it was a 3-week trial. We spent about $130,000 on the case. And just before the jury was about to deliberate, the defense offered the money that settled the case, which in that case was $2 million. And it's something that I love. But you know what it is? The thing I'll tell you is that for me, I when I'm in trial, I don't really sleep that much. I'll get 3 hours of sleep a night. And people say to me, so what good is this? You're running ragged, you're never home, you're missing time with your family and all this other stuff. But I'm doing what I love. That's the most important thing. And when you're doing what you love, and it gives us the financial ability to do things that we want. Like, for example, if I want to go on a trip and book a flight later today to the Caribbean, I can do that with my wife. Say, let's go. And so it gives me the freedom and the autonomy to do things that I want. The most critical thing, though, is transforming from a trial lawyer to a business owner, and a business owner who masters the business. And very few attorneys are able to do that. They think that their role is just a trial attorney. They're doing depositions, they're running ragged. And I do all of that stuff too. Don't get me wrong. I don't really do depositions anymore, but I do trial work and marketing. And those two things are my unique ability. And that's what I do better than anyone else. I
Mhm.
take all the other stuff, I delegate like crazy. I give it to other people, and I focus on my unique ability, which is trying cases and business development. And that's it.
So can I ask you a question on that? I'm very curious for you is how long did it take for you to get comfortable in really identifying like, hey, these are the things that I do very well? Because I talk to a lot of lawyers who they have an idea what they do well, but there's a part of them that still wants to do everything else. So how did you get comfortable really just saying, hey, this is what I do well. I'm going to
Right.
delegate the other stuff.
I'm part of an organization that's called Strategic Coach. And what they do, and probably your initial meeting at Strategic Coach, is run by Dan Sullivan, highly recommended, is they say, write down the 5 things that you love doing, you're passionate about, and you do them better than anyone else in the world. Those 5 things. It takes some thought. And then write down the 5 things that you hate, that you're doing now, but you just can't stand it. And when you go home, you're like, oh, I'm miserable. Write them down. Now, take that list of the 5 things you hate and start delegating like crazy. Who's going to do this for me? Who's going to do this? Is it a paralegal? Is it an attorney? I'll give you an example of that. I'm very good at depositions. I'm very good at motion work, but I don't enjoy it. So I hired an attorney who's older than I am by about 5 years. He now does all of our depositions. He does the motion work. We had an attorney who does that. And the other thing I can share with you, and ChatGPT in particular has been a total game changer for our firm. I use it every single day. My challenge to anyone is just give it a shot. Don't do the free version, spend $20 a month, give it a shot, and upload a motion and say, prepare opposition affidavit and memorandum of law into this motion. You will be stunned by the quality of the work that it does. And every time that you engage with ChatGPT, it gets better and better. It's amazing. So my goal for this year is to take all of the discovery demands that come into our firm on a case, give it to an organization that's called Supio, and have them prepare it with artificial intelligence. And we're also now actually about to sign an agreement with Gabby AI, where the intake and reception is being done by artificial intelligence. And actually, you can put it right on your website. So you could be seeing me right now, and I could be an AI agent. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. So the more that we can delegate, the more we get into our unique ability, which is what we love doing, we're great at. And we have a mastermind called the Mastermind Experience. The next one is coming up in New York City on Friday, May 30th. And we bring together business owners from across the country, and it's actually international. And they discuss the biggest challenges in marketing and management they have in a small, very confidential setting. It's awesome. It's just the best thing
Wow.
I've done in my career, the Mastermind Experience. And so in May, we're going to have Andrew Finkelstein, who's the owner of the most successful plaintiff's personal injury law firm in the state of New York, is going to be speaking. and attending the mastermind experience. And we've had John Morgan of Morgan and Morgan attend our mastermind in Maui. He actually lives there most part of the year. And so all of these incredible people come together and they share everything that they know. I would say, if you say, what is the one takeaway that a lawyer should get from watching the show? I'd say, join an elite mastermind. It doesn't have to be ours. It could be any of them. Mastermind experience is ours, but join an elite mastermind with people who are doing things much bigger and better than you are, and leverage their wisdom, learn from them. So it's, if you're running a business and you say, I've got Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett in a room together, and their sole objective is helping me run my business, that's incredible. But what if it's not just for one day, but it continues for the rest of your career? That would be incredible, because you'd be learning the stuff not to do and what you need to do. And that's the same thing, except ours is a lawyer mastermind where we have elite lawyers sharing everything that they know. And for me, it's just been crazy. We started an office in the Bronx about a year ago, and that wasn't my idea. One of our mastermind members said, hey, you need to do that, because otherwise you're not going to get the New York City cases. So we did that. We're building the firm. Costs a little bit of money, but not a lot. You could open a new office for $250 a month if you wanted, a closet office, but still it's a physical office. And so you don't have to spend a lot of money. And in fact, I would encourage people, if you want to scale your law firm, open up little satellite offices. Don't spend more than $500 per office. Just keep it low, and then build out the reviews on each local office that you have. And then what will happen is, if you look for that lawyer in that area, Riverdale, New York, Riverdale, the Bronx, if you Google medical malpractice lawyer, Riverdale, New York, you'll come up with 3 firms in the Google local. 2 of the 3 will be our firm, the New York Injury and Malpractice Law Firm. Why? Because we're building out reviews for each one. And by the way, if anyone wants to get to 1,000 or higher reviews, the only way that you're going to do it is by leveraging the team that works for you. So what we do is we incentivize people. Every 50 reviews that they get, and we do it on the honor system, we pay for a 3-night trip, all expense paid, to wherever they want. And if they get another 50, they get another trip, or they get $2,500 in cash, whatever they want. I can tell you that's so much easier and more effective than trying to get the reviews on your own, because it's mind numbing. It's just a very slow process. But when you leverage your team, so with 9 employees, let's say half of them get engaged and half of them start getting reviews, then you've got 4 or 5 people just every single day trying to get reviews for your firm. It makes a huge difference. We use this little card that's a one-time fee for like $100 called, I think it's Sapio. And basically, when you know somebody and they know your firm, when you hold it up to their cell phone, it takes their cell phone to your review site. They click 5 stars and they're done. It's super easy.
I want to say is, if people want to learn more about what you're doing, like I said, the mastermind, getting content, what's the best place for them to go to learn more about, like I said, all the awesome insight that you've been sharing?
Yeah. If anyone emails me or calls me, I'll mail you free signed copies of my books with my compliments. And I'm happy to do that. The Power of a System, the law firm of your dreams. You can get them from Amazon if you want. The Mastermind Experience, go to mastermindexperience.com. You can see what we do and learn about it, or call me 518-265-9131. I'm happy to speak with you about it. Let you know, we also have a mastermind coming up on July 4th in Portugal. And then on September 18th, we have a mastermind in Washington, D.C. So we do it in nice locations. In the winter, we're usually in Fort Lauderdale. In January, just amazing people in our mastermind who will do anything to help you. Mastermindexperience.com, or call my cell. Anything that I can do, if anyone just wants to talk about legal marketing or management, just call my cell. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to mail my books to you, and anything that I can do. And the truth of the matter is, it's a bit self-serving, because I know that when I give everything that I've got, everything that I do ultimately comes back tenfold for me. So if somebody gets my books, maybe 10 years from now, they say, hey, I've got a catastrophic truck wreck case to refer to you. That's because I gave them my books. Those books will never be thrown away. They might not be read, but they're going to be there on that person's desk or their table for years. I go to court conferences and I see my books in the judge's chambers. That has incredible power, right? And so that's the thing. Just give everything that you have. Oh, give it away. Give the whole thing away. And by the way, I do have a website called fisherpedia.com that has all of our firm's policies and procedures. If anyone emails me, I'll give you the password login and you can access all of our firm's
Wow.
policies and procedures. Happy to share it with you.
Awesome. John, thank you so much for being an amazing guest, and all the best in your continued success and impact.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Law Firm and Finance Show, where we give you great content that helps you build a more successful law firm. So make sure you hit that subscribe button on all platforms and follow us for more content.